Hello Clockhouse friends and family. I hope you are all well and enjoying what is week 1 of the summer holidays. Today I'm going to share with you some fun ideas to get your creative juices flowing. Week 1 is sketchbooks. What you will need for this is really some stuff around the house. Think about collecting some old brochures, wrapping paper, anything you can find that we can recycle. Anything around the house, old wrapping paper I've even started up a little box. It's very small, but a little collection of things that I quite enjoy looking at. So things of different colours, textures, anywhere I have visited. So I've started this little pack. It's taken me not that long, but you can start it up now because you have 6 weeks in the holidays. Even some old wrapping paper. Oh, Kellogg's cornflakes, that'll do. Stick it in the box. Gather it all up because later on, you just never know. We might actually need it. Anything that catches your eye or that you enjoy looking at. So these are just some ideas for you to get started on creating your own sketchbook. So the first idea I'd like to share with you, and you may need some adult help for this. I'm sure you've got mums and dads or family that are around, parents and carers who wouldn't mind working with you. So I have here an old Amazon box, and I quite like the shape of it because I thought I could actually use it to store some of my sketching ideas or any of my artwork in. And I just peeled off all the stickers, just get rid of any of the names and details on, and I'm going to show you how you can transform this ordinary, boring, dull, brown thing into something that could actually be used to store your beautiful creation in. So first of all, we want to get rid of the brown colour and some of the mucky bits over here. So what I did is I spent an evening gluing down some bits that I found from old presents, and it looks like this. The end product should look like this. It's basically paper mache, and all you're going to do is cut up or tear. Tearing is fine. Little bit. This is from presents and old Christmas presents and wrapping paper. So bits of tissue. You probably get these in gifts, or if you want to, you can go and buy. I wouldn't buy. Recycling is the best because it's more fun that way. So I've started off tearing the bits of paper, and what you will need for this sketchbook activity is a pot of glue. I've just used an old washing machine capsule pod thingy majiggy, and I've got some PVA glue, and I'm going to paper mache the paper. The scrap paper to the old Amazon box. And as I say, it did take an evening, but it's fun and therapeutic to layer up the bits of tissue onto the cardboard. So spend some time. It's very, very calming effect. I quite enjoyed doing this. You do need quite a bit of glue to make sure that the paper sticks to the box. So you're putting glue on underneath the paper and on top of it. Don't worry, because you're probably thinking, oh no, it's going to get all sticky and tacky. When it dries, it does dry almost like a hardened film over the top. This is a number of layers, and I didn't worry too much about the shape and getting it right and the colour matching and whether they match up. Just have fun collaging the box, the cardboard box. Okay, so once you've done that and you laid up as many pieces as you possibly can, and making sure that you've got enough glue on the top. Sometimes it helps to water down the glue. I didn't do that today, but you can do that if you wish, just so that it's not so sticky, because sometimes I find when the glue is very, very sticky, it does tear the tissue paper. It can get quite annoying. So watering it down is absolutely fine. See if you can tuck it under there as well, so that you haven't got any of the brown bits sticking out from the Amazon box. Right, I'm going to stop there because I think you get the idea of layering up all the colours, and you can pick colours that match in the colour wheel. It's absolutely entirely your choice. This is just an idea to get your creative juices flowing. At the end, you should have something that looks like this. Here's one I did earlier. So I did the whole Amazon box inside and out using my glue and mash it. Oh look, I can still see the Amazon smiley face. That's okay, I can decorate it, jazz it up. I then used watercolors to do a border in paint, and I picked blues and turquoises and some whites You can do whatever you like on the front cover of your sketchbook. I'm waiting for my lovely gold pens, so I'm going to write my name on the front cover. This is idea number 1, where we can keep our sketches and our artwork in a folder such as this. Idea number 1 and idea number 2. This will involve a little bit of mathematical thinking, but it's absolutely fine if you've got some help at home. You will need a ruler. Don't need the glue just yet. You'll need a ruler, a pencil, a rubber, because I know that I did make some mistakes, and rubbers are very handy for getting rid of the lines that you don't need. And you will need that wonderful collection of all the bits and bobs that you've been collecting over the weeks, just as an idea to get you going. Now, you will also need a plain piece of paper. Now, it could be white, it could be black. I did actually preferably want black, but I only had green at home. That looks like this. So this is what I'm aiming towards. This is what I want to show you how to do today. You can go out to the works and you can buy, or you can go to Poundland. It's absolutely fine if you want to make your own sketchbook and staple it together, or use a ring binder. That's also okay. So for this task, you need your ruler and your pencil, and you are going to mark out a border. I've done a 1.5 centimeter border around the outline or outer edges of the paper, and that is to make sure that we keep the triangles, or the quadrilaterals actually, in line and inside. And also, if you want to cut it out and glue it into your sketchbook, then you've actually got a border that you can work with. Okay, so get that border in there. It's a good idea to use a ruler, because I'm not very accurate at drawing borders without the lines. If you make a mistake, you can just grab out anything that sticks out. Okay, then the next part is to draw just rough sketch. I mean, it doesn't have to be 100% accurate. I'm just going to sketch a little oval in the middle. It doesn't have to be perfectly round. If you want it to be a circle, you can use a compass and make it perfect. But just sketch out a circle. In there, I'm hoping to put my name, or write something like let's sketch, or something like that. It's entirely up to you. This is your sketchbook. Now I start off by cutting out, and again, this is from wrapping paper that I've been collecting, some scraps that around the house. I've cut out a triangle, an isosceles. I hope, yes, I think it is an isosceles if my memory serves. Mrs Overton can correct me later. An isosceles triangle, which I'm going to shape so that I can get it to fit into my border. I'm going to cut the end off of this because I'm going to show you what I've done. I actually did start with the corner. I've got a lovely 90-degree angle in there, because this was actually on a brochure, and I thought the 90-degree angle is perfect. I don't need to fiddle with that, but I do need to cut that off. So I'm going to use the outer edge of my inner circle, and I'm just going to nip that off, and I'm going to turn it into the shape that's going to match what's on my sketchbook. So just nip it off. Again, use your rubber to get rid of any telltale signs of you using pencil. And you're going to glue this down. I was quite lucky that some of the stuff that I collected matched up beautifully. And it can be literally wrapping paper, anything from boxes, cereal boxes at home, packaging, anything where you see lovely colours and textures that you feel could work well on a sketchbook or to decorate. Glittery stuff's also quite jazzy for the front of a sketchbook. So I'm using a paintbrush for this. I know it's really naughty. I should probably be using a stick, but it's just something I love. I love using a paintbrush. Just make sure that you wash it off after. Otherwise, you will end up with a glued together, bristled, hardened paintbrush at the end that you can't use again. PVA can be quite wicked like that. Now, I have measured this previously, just before the video. I'm going to cut off the end because I really want a gap, about a 0.5 centimeter gap between my one shape and the other. So measure it up, lop it off so it fits into the frame, and you're going to carry on until you have filled the whole the front of the sketchbook with quadrilaterals and triangles. It's enjoyable. If you make a mistake and it doesn't match up, and maybe some of your shapes are a bit wonky. It's okay, because the colours are so lovely, and it's yours at the end of the day. You can just, you know, cover up mistakes with glitter or paste something over it, and you won't even know that the mistake happened. Okay, right. Here you are. Oh, this is a little bit stubborn. Okay, there you are. Now we're going to continue until you have covered all the way around the circle and keeping within the frame, so that you've got something that looks like this. This is the actual front cover of my sketchbook. And then when I was finished, I did put a bit of jazzy gold and glittery turquoise in the middle. And I was lucky enough to have the use of a computer, and I typed up. I thought this is a really good way to get you thinking about yourself and the good qualities about you. And I typed up everything that was really good about me, and I had to think long and hard. It did take me a while, and I needed some help. I spoke it through with someone that I trusted, and I wrote down some things that I thought was me. And I'm great, I'm valued, I'm special, I'm unique, I'm smart and innovative. Think about you and how fantastic you are, and all those beautiful qualities that you have that can go on your sketchbook, because this is you. You are a creative being, and you are able to make and create beautiful things. I hope that you will have fun as you create and design your own sketchbooks, and please share with us whatever you make. Please do share it. Post us a picture so we can see how you're getting on. If you go onto Google and you type in sketchbook front covers, you'll come up with an amazing selection of ideas that other people and children and families have worked on to create their own sketchbooks. So that is session 1 of sketchbooks. Please share with us how you've got on making your own sketchbook. Take care, stay safe, and enjoy. See you next week. Bye.